The other thing I've noticed, Jelle, is that you don't have a lot of racing pigeons. Many fanciers maybe have 40, 60 woodcocks, maybe 200, 300 young birds, but I see you only have a small number. How many woodcocks do you have?
We start with 12 couples on the double wood, so 12 cocks and 12 hens.
Yeah. Could you explain how that system works for you?
The hens stay in a sleep room.
Yeah.
We made a sleep room for the hens. Then we have it is face to the north. Then we have a loft with face to the south, and there are the boxes where they make their nest and everything with the cock. So they pair up, make a nest, having youngsters, everything.
Yeah.
They always come in on that loft also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we have our cocks. They go by a tunnel to their own loft, and they are on how say the chapels.
Oh yeah, the perches, the
perches. Yeah, on the perches. Yeah.
Yeah.
They stay on perches. I liberate for training from that loft.
Yeah.
They come inside on the main loft.
Ah, so they stay in one loft, like a sleep loft.
Yeah, they sleep on the perches.
So they go from there. So of a night time they stay in the loft with the perches, the individual perches. Yeah. But after the daily training,
they come on
into the main loft where the boxes are.
Back through the tunnel to the sleeping room, and the hens also. They come on the main loft. They train. Yeah. When they arrive, back inside on the main loft and back to the sleeping room.
Yeah. So during the day, do the cocks stay in the main loft?
No.
No, they always
go to the loft with the perches.
Yeah. So the main loft, the cocks and hens are only together before the basketing.
Yeah.
This is true.
In the beginning of the season, I train them also with my car. We bring them to 50 kilometers, 55 kilometers. That's the distance, I think. And when they come home, they stay together a few minutes and they go back, each to his own loft. Yeah.
So typically before the racing season begins, when do you start to train the cocks and the hens for the preparation for the races?
They start with training around the loft the end of February.
Yeah.
And at the end of March, I start with training by car.
Yeah.
10 kilometers. 3 times 25 kilometers, and then with the club to 100 kilometers.
Yeah. So you do not think you need to have lots of training for the older pigeons before the race season?
No, when the condition is good before, no, it's not so important.
No.
I tried it also a few years ago, training to start with the training with the car at the end of January. And
there's no difference. No. I believe this to be also true, that once they've learnt as young birds, obviously the training of the young birds is slightly different, but good yearlings and the 2-year-olds do not need many training with the car, but the regular exercise around the loft.
I think it's more important you train them a lot between the big races. Yeah, that's more important.
You think so? Yeah, with the car.
With the car, yeah. I do it.
Yeah.
I tried it a few years ago and everything, and it's only the same when you train them. Yeah. A lot before the big races is better than you train them a long time before the big races.
So when the longer distances come along and maybe you have maybe 400 kilometre race and then the week after 5 or 550, 600 kilometre, do you find the pigeons still exercise well between the 2 long races? Maybe if the race is hard, do you still exercise around the loft in between?
In the beginning of the week it's not so good, but at the end it's much better.
Yeah. How long must they fly for, Jelle? Maybe do they still fly for the 1 hour?
No.
No?
I never had. I'm gonna say that on another way. You have a lot of fanciers here. Oh, training 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. You think
but I think it's with the way of you, how you feed your pigeon and everything.
Which is something we will speak about very, very soon. You can only feed a pigeon if he gives much energy. You must put the energy back. And I think a mistake a lot of English fanciers do make is that believe they must be always training 1 hour around the house, around the loft, and they do not feed heavy enough, and they are frightened to give too much corn. But maybe your system, when they have hard races, you put the energy back. Is this true with the way you feed your pigeons?
They come home, they get a lot of food with the supplements and everything. I told before, and when you're ready again, I take my diet corn. Yeah. I put them on a diet for 1 day or 2 days. Yeah. And then I feed them up to the next race.
Yeah, but I believe, talking to you, Jelle, that your system of feeding is you think from day to day. You look at the weather conditions, the length of the race, the effort the pigeon has given before. So the feeding is very much for you as a fancier. You have to think and feed the pigeon what he needs, depending on how he is raced, and also the wind conditions of the race are also important. So the feeding, would you say the feeding is an art form, or can you quickly learn how to feed
Quickly
pigeons?
learn, yeah. Quickly learn.
Yeah, yeah. It is something that English fanciers find important, but too many times they read how to feed, but are too frightened to change.
I'm not the guy with the program.
No, no.
You have a lot of fanciers, they have a program and they follow day by day, and I don't do it because I change on a day maybe 6 times.
Yeah.
By my thought, then I'm gonna train well, or I'm gonna train them very well or not, or I'm changing every day.
So I believe what you say is, Jelle, that observation. You must observe your pigeons.
You have to look.
You have to look.
You also have the time to look to your pigeons.
Indeed, indeed. So it is a teamwork between the fancier and the pigeon. That's good.
That's true.
Thank you, Jelle. It's very good. Okay, Jelle, we're outside of wonderful weather and the view is fantastic. We've also, before we start on the corns, I know the fancy can't see this, but he has a big eagle owl sat on top of the telegraph pole, and this is good for the hawks, I believe, this model of the eagle owl. And does this keep the hawks at bay?
Normally they stay away now.
Yeah,
with, I sold, I think 3 years he's over there and no troubles with the hawks, nothing.
So you think that is a good solution?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see that later. But now we're going to go on to some of the feed mixes, and the first thing that strikes me, Jelle, is the make of the corn. Now in England, this is very new for the English fancier. No one has heard of the Matador corn, but you say this has been in Belgium for years. 5-6
years, I think it's in Belgium now.
Yeah.
And more fanciers are using it.
Would you say this is one of the most popular brands of corn that the Belgian
The last few years is the most popular, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and also the mixes, I mean, we tend to use in England maybe 1 or 2 different mixes, but here you've got 5 different mixes. Are these all used during the racing season?
No.
No.
Over here we have the breeding mixture.
Ah, for the breeding pigeons.
Yeah. You see, it's not big corn, it's all small and everything.
Yeah.
I feed my breeders 4 times a day in the winter, 3 times in the summer.
Yeah.
But they have to eat everything before they get new food.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, in England as well, the pigeon fancy will add beans and peas, more protein. It's not necessary.
No, too much beans and peas, it's not good for the youngsters.
So it's the small grain that you would say is better?
The small is better, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes the pigeons can be selective and leave the small, but they must eat everything.
You have to eat everything, and it's on a system. When you start with the system, it's 1 or 2 years to get for all your pigeons on the system.
Yeah,
yeah.
I understand.
And when they are on the system, it's very easy.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, because there can be a lot of waste.
They don't eat a lot from these mixtures and other mixtures.
I see, indeed. So that is the general breeding mix that you use at your lofts.
When you use a breeding mixture, you have also the drops around the nest from the youngsters.
Yeah.
Not so much like you use a lot of peas and everything and beans. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better now.
But the droppings are still very, very good.
Very, very good. Yeah.
That's good. Now these 4 mixes we're looking at here are all used during your racing season. Could you explain this particular mix? Looks quite high carbohydrate.
This is Turbo Energy called, and I use it Wednesday and Thursday before the Thursday basketing.
Yeah.
For 500-600 kilometers, and I use on Wednesday and Thursday this corn. It's very fat-rich corn.
High in the fat content. Yeah.
With the omega 3 and 6.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
And also, really believe me, when you give it 2 days, you see your pigeons like a balloon.
Yeah. We say that the pigeons are blowing up.
Yeah, blowing up. With I also put the oil then, the Bax oil on the corn.
Yeah.
With combination of Optimix Herbots.
Yeah.
And then you have a good result.
A fantastic boost.
Yeah. I don't say you race very good Saturday, but
yeah,
normally, pigeons are good
very
prepared.
best. So you say this, and it's a high fat mix is a very, very good, and especially for the longer races.
Yeah,
the fat mix. Okay, Jelle, thank you. This mix looks quite familiar to me as a breakdown, but there's also maize in this mix. Could you explain this one, please, Jelle?
This one is the breakdown mixture, like you say, with the barley and everything, and I use it in the beginning of the week. So when they arrive on a Saturday, I give the turbo energy. Then I use on the Monday and the Tuesday morning, I use this corn to clean up the body and everything. And then I'm gonna take the racing mixture.
Do you do this for the shorts, the Vitesse, as well as the fond?
For the Vitesse and the middle distance, you can use it a few more days.
But do you use this for the fond, or is it just?
No, for the long distance, you use it only one day. When you race every week 400 or 500. You use it one day to clean, one day the pigeons, and then you build up to the next race.
Perhaps on the Sunday, and then back on.
Why not? You have to see when they arrive and everything.
Again, you're using your head.
When they arrive, you give them a lot of food to have more energy after the race, and then you clean the body up, and then you start to the next race.
I like this because most breakdown mixtures don't have the maize, but it just adds a little bit more carbohydrate to the maize. It's not all just barley. There's more in that particular mix.
Because it's important, the pigeons this time, they have to race a lot and train and everything.
So when you take it out, you've got to put it back in, basically. Okay, Jelle. Right, we've got 2 more to go, and this is. Would you say this was a sport mix?
This is for a long distance.
Yes.
A lot more protein, like you see. I use it also one day in a week, one evening in a week, in combination with the racing mixture. Because when your pigeons has not enough protein in their body, they can eat them, and they have fill their
So this is for the longer races. They've had a harder race. The muscles have been broken down, and we need to get some protein back in. What's in these mixes, before we speak about the final one, is the sunflower seed. Would you say that's the good oil? The good oil's in the sunflower.
Also, why not?
Which is a good thing. But this is more high protein. You would not use this for the Vitesse, the short races. You would not use this.
Matador use it a lot.
No.
You see over here also in the breeding mixture. In the turbo energy also.
The sunflower.
The sunflower.
Seems to be in all there. So that is an energy grain. And also the
also
oils.
when the day of basketing and your pigeons don't want to eat anymore, the sunflower, and they eat a little bit more, and then it's okay.
So you could add extra sunflower.
Yeah, why not?
Because one of the problems, Jelle, that I found personally and other fancies have, that on the day of basketing, the pigeons don't want to eat as much. And you may need to put more corn into the pigeons. So you find that they like the sunflower.
Also, when they don't like to eat anymore, I mix some Bordeaux corn with yellow corn, maize, and a mixture of candy. And then I give it to my pigeons, because I use that mixture also when they come home from a training or a race, to when I whistle and I threw it on a loft.
So it's their favourite mix. Okay, Jelle. And this final one out of the 5.
That's normally racing mixture. But I use it also one evening in a week in combination with the long distance mixture. But I use mostly the high energy and the start, and one day this. So your base mix really is the start, premium start.
Which is the breakdown mixture.
The breakdown in the beginning, and then this one, because I told you my pigeons has to train a lot. Like this week, my youngsters came home on a Saturday, 5 hours racing from 360 kilometers. They get 2 days of this. They get 1 day this. The start, 2 days the turbo energy.
Got to put it back into the pigeons.
And then I start to train on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and tomorrow morning also. And they get every morning and evening this.
So really,
as lot as they want.
Because you work your pigeons very hard.
They have to train a lot.
So you have to feed. I mean, if you did not train as hard, you would obviously change your system and feed.
It's true.
No, they would be more like.
Sometimes I have a week when it's calm. I use a few days the start, the breakdown mixture. So you have to see, and when it's 30, 35 degrees, I use also a little bit longer the breakdown mixture,
because it's too much for the pigeon to digest. But this would be good, Jelle, because 3 or 4 days on this mix, as soon as you introduce the heavier mix, you then get the results.
You have balloons, believe me.
You have balloons. Very good. Thank you, Jelle.